It's Pride Month. Hit the showers with the boys. Be a man.
What the hell is wrong with you? No Diddy! What the hell?
I'm Cody, pronouns em, airs, or zem, zers, or really any neo-pronouns that aren't ze, her, hers. I am a white, transmasculine, femme, non-binary, temporarily mostly able-bodied, neurodivergent, obsessive-compulsive, chronically ill, culturally Jewish, Unitarian Universalist, non-monogamous, demi-low romantic, gray demi-bisexual, survivor of acute and complex trauma, millennial, and cat parent.
What the hell are you talking about?
The Bible says that if you'll confess that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, then you will be saved. So Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and no man can come to the Father except through him. The reason Jesus is the only way is because he was the only one who was spotless, the only one who was blameless, the only one who deserved eternal life. What's up? I'm doing good. How are you?
Don't these people say that they're the most loving and most accepting? Watching this, I'm not too sure about that. The original video is over an hour long. I couldn't listen to this waffle for 5 seconds. Don't know how this man does it. He shows next level patience. It's a typical response by someone who doesn't want to hear anyone else's opinion. I mean, it's the most childish thing I've ever seen. Walking around with a flipping chicken they bought from the pound shop. You know, can you not think of anything better to do? The look on that kid's face, he's had enough of all this. And in this next clip, this family are at a restaurant and the mother complained about a man in the woman's bathroom. And this is how the restaurant responded.
So what are you asking us to do because a grown man was washing his hands next to me? Which I have little kids, but we have no rights. Who has the rights?
I've told you exactly where I stand, and I've told you where our company stands.
So we have to leave.
Yes.
The trans doesn't have to leave. That was using the women's bathroom. The man doesn't have to leave who made me uncomfortable. What about women's rights? There's no women's rights, only trans rights, right?
I have nothing further to say at this point. I am asking.
So why are we
again, I will reimburse everything.
Why won't they leave? Why won't they make them leave instead of us?
I will.
Yeah,
I
don't get it.
too.
So no women's rights, only trans rights.
I'm saying, why don't you make them leave instead of us?
At this point in the situation, there was.
So whose situation? Our situation or their situation?
We're a family here. We pay money. Hold on. Where are we at? Angel City
You felt
Brewery.
uncomfortable too.
I felt very uncomfortable. Wow. Hey, how do you feel about that, bro? You're scared, right? You can't even go to the restroom. Okay, so Angel City Brewery only protects trans rights and not women, right?
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
I'm not leaving. Call the cops.
Kind of crazy how these guys have more rights than our mothers, sisters and daughters these days. That's like letting little kids walk up to the bar and order shots and just sit there getting pissed. I mean, it doesn't make sense, does it? And following this video going viral, this restaurant now when they post clips they've turned all comments off, funny enough. And if anything, doing this has just lost them a lot of business. Adding on to the crazy list of things I've seen, in this next clip this woman actually smacked a 12-year-old kid for holding an American flag.
Lady, you hit a 12-year-old. A 12-year-old. You hit a 12-year-old. Turn around. Tell them you're sorry and I won't call the police. You can't hit a 12-year-old. Hit me. Hit me. Don't hit a 12-year-old. Here, slap me. Don't hit him because he has a right to carry his flag. An autistic 12-year-old. You hit a 12-year-old, ma'am. You have no right to hit a 12-year-old. Slap me. Slap me. She hit a 12-year-old.
I was right behind you.
I videoed. I had my video right here. She hit him right in the arm. He's autistic.
She bumped him.
No, she threw her elbow. I've got it right here. So did you hit him? Did you hit him? Then why did you apologize?
Are you done being racist?
No, racist. How are we racist? We're Jews. Are we racist?
What are you doing?
Wait, that woman just hit my son.
She didn't hit anyone.
You weren't there. I got it on video.
There.
I'm calling 911. I'm following you the whole way home. You don't hit a 12-year-old.
And now you're threatening women?
I'm not threatening her. I told her to hit me if she wants to hit somebody. No.
Typical donut right there. She pulled out the race card and saying he's abusive towards women, and it's just no accountability. I've seen this many times, you know, when women do crazy stuff, like a lot of people will just jump to her defense thinking the guy is instigating something, when that's not always the case, as we can see here. If it was a man who hit a 12-year-old and the woman was videoing him, everyone would be on her side, I'm sure.
Juneteenth is the celebration of the emancipation of Black American people that were enslaved. So it is for Black Americans to be celebrated by Black Americans. When white people ask me what they can do to embrace this holiday, I ask the same question: what about you as a white person? Or what can you embrace about this holiday as a white person? What about this holiday says to you as a white person, I should celebrate this, I should embrace this? Even as a non-American, it's a good question for a white person to ask themselves. This holiday is also a good reminder. It's a good reminder, especially for white people, that not everything is for you, and that's okay. If you want to know how to recognize the holiday and acknowledge the holiday, pay a Black person. Whether it's a Venmo, a PayPal, a Cash App, whether you shop from their store, whether you invest in them through way of Patreon or something else, pay Black people.
Well, here's a thought. Why don't you just get a job? So what she's talking about, she wasn't involved in personally, and she's asking for money from people who weren't involved in it personally. I mean, make that make sense, folks.
It's June, so you're going to be seeing a lot of this, but you're probably not going to be seeing or hearing a lot about this. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I understand why that is, nor am I trying to pit these two different movements against each other. But when I get a notification like this, suppressing my videos because I use a hashtag Men's Mental Health Matters, it becomes very clear to me that there is a suppression happening. There is some sort of agenda in place. Someone, for whatever reason, does not want us talking about this. Not to mention the 20 different accounts I've started over the past 4 years due to being shadow banned, being suppressed in different ways. And again, I don't know why that is. But the one thing I do know is that I am never going to stop creating accounts. I am never going to stop talking about this. And I'm never going to stop fighting for the men that are standing at the ledge, looking into the darkness and the abyss and thinking that feeling nothing is sounding a lot better than being here.
It's a sad truth what he's saying, and if you want to follow this guy, I'll put the link in the description in the credit section if you want to check out more of his stuff. This is what I tell guys all the time: the world is not coming to save you, the world does not care how you feel, and in this video he shows a great example of that. This is why you got to be a savage in today's day and age, because the world does not care about you, man. I mean that in the sense that you should be a driving force that cannot be stopped. Pursue the things you want in life. I believe in you guys, and I know there's a lot of men out there who are behind you as well. You're not alone.
Why isn't it normal to say happy pride to people the entire month of June, like in real life? Like, I'm at work and I say happy pride to people because I feel like we should. It's Pride Month. I've only really been saying it to people who I can tell are in the community, and I just get the vibe from that they're in the community. I shouldn't be scared to say it to literally everybody that comes in here. But I said it to one person, and as I was handing them the receipt, I was like, you're all set to go, have a happy pride. And they were like, thank you, you too. It was so sweet. And then I said it to somebody else over the phone who was scheduling an appointment for like July. And I was like, and if I don't hear from you before then, have a safe and happy pride. And they say, oh my God, genuinely, thank you so much. Absolutely. Oh my God, thank you. Oh my God, I just want to hug them. It made me feel so great. And then it kind of made me sad that we don't just say it to each other all the time. It's a celebration.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
But
Which one of you is transphobic? Both of you?
no one's trying. Hold on. Wait, hold on. I think everyone here would disagree with you, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah. You accused us of being transphobic, right?
Yes.
So address that first. What if this has to do with transphobia? What if this has to do with transphobia? You made an accusation. So you said I'm transphobic?
I asked which one of you is transphobic or if it was both of you.
I know. So you think I'm transphobic?
Yeah, with this message I do, yeah.
So why are you so hostile is my question.
What about...
Why are you so angry?
Do I seem angry?
Yeah, you do.
In what way?
You haven't addressed how I'm transphobic.
Because you're suggesting that it's grooming, but you can't define grooming.
So you support kids transitioning?
What's that?
You support kids transitioning?
I'm asking you a question.
I know, I'm asking you a question too. Do you support kids transitioning?
You're the one sitting here with a platform.
Yeah, but I don't have to answer your questions though. That's the funny part.
I don't have to answer yours.
Okay, then later. It's that simple.
So you don't know what grooming is? Are you doing grooming right now?
Well, I don't support kids transitioning.
You don't support kids transitioning?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So what is
Put the camera on them. What is grooming?
Yeah.
I think you know what grooming is.
Wow, man. Damn.
Razor's too smart for these people, man. I mean, they approach him and then accuse him of something, and then when he asks them to explain themselves, they've got no words and they flip a question on him when they were the ones throwing around the accusations in the first place. There's a lot of things I disagree with, but I'm not going to cuss somebody out and accuse them of so-and-so. I'm just going to keep it moving. And him sitting there and sharing his views, which we see a lot of today, he's exposing these people for how they really feel.
I'm against racism, I'm against oppression.
Have you experienced racism?
Well, no, but that doesn't mean that I can't be against it. Because racism is caused by capitalism. Yeah, and we have to overthrow capitalism to get rid of it. To get rid of racism.
What? Let me ask you a question. What is a woman?
A woman is someone who...
You got me.
identifies as one.
Answer the question without saying the word woman. You can't say the word woman. That's called circular reasoning. It's like saying a tree is something that looks like a tree. What is a woman?
A woman is a person who lives a lifestyle aligned with feminine characteristics, not necessarily your chromosomes or your genitals.
So someone who just wears a dress. So what you are doing is you are reducing womanhood to a costume.
Gotcha.
I'm not going to put you on the spot. I appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I mean, this is just pure comedy at this point. I don't know how people can seriously, you know, come up to someone like Charlie and try and reason that argument. It's hilarious, honestly. And that's what we got to do. We just got to laugh at it, guys, because, you know, it's... How the hell can you take this serious? And if anything, it's just outright disrespectful to our women out there. That these people just say being a woman is a guy who just wears a dress. That's pretty much what they're saying.
I hope that they learn that no matter what your body looks like, no matter where you come from, you can do anything that you set your mind to. You know, I didn't think that it was possible for a plus-size girl to win. I didn't think it was possible for a girl from small-town Alabama to win.
Getting that win took a lot of hard work.
I worked literally every single day for 365 days. There wasn't a day that I wasn't practicing my on-stage speech or my introduction, interview.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Fat bitch need to shut up, bro. Like,
Jessica Tapia was fired as a teacher from Jurupa Valley High School for refusing to hide students' gender preferences from parents.
If I were to ever find out about a student's gender or pronoun preference, that I was to withhold that from parents. Said, are you asking me to lie to parents? And they said, yes. We are talking about minors. Their brain is not fully developed. The decision-making portal in that brain it's not fully developed, and they need their parents at this time for everything they're going through, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, you name it.
Parents should absolutely be involved in all the decisions that their kids make.
We're gonna need a damn good lawyer. Crazy times we live in, where the school board is telling teachers to withhold information from the little kids' parents. But fair play to this teacher, man. She stood up to this, and I know there's a lot of teachers out there who would. And this is what happens, they'll just get rid of them. They want teachers in there who they can manipulate just as much as them kids, man. Scary times.